Hey guys! Lucky and I have been kicking around Baja for a few weeks now, mostly staying in our trailer in a small town that has become our home base. But today, I'm packing up the truck for a couple nights of camping on some unpopulated beaches. We'll be heading out in my T100 with a rooftop tent. Of course, I'm taking a couple of surfboards, board shorts, sunscreen, and my surf hat/helmet. There's a good chance we won't see any other humans where we're going, so I want to be prepared to take care of myself. I have a good first aid kit in case something happens to me, and all of this stuff in case something happens to the car. This is my tool roll. I have all the basic wrenches, ratchets, pliers, etc. in there. I also carry a hammer, an extendable breaker bar, and a multimeter. This crate is full of spare fluids, bolts, hose clamps, and bush fix supplies like super glue, zip ties, and duct tape. I've got an air compressor and a hose in here. And this is a lithium jumper battery, which is more likely to be used to charge camera batteries. I have my little shovel, a tow strap, and my newest piece of kit, a set of GoTread traction boards, which I'm still testing out. In case I can't fix my problems with all of this stuff and I have to go to Plan C, I have a good pair of walking shoes and a backpack. I'm throwing in a camp chair, some clothes, a shade, and a sun hat. Most importantly, we have plenty of water. When it comes to food, Lucky packs an excessive amount of kibbles, and I have some pre-made veggie stir-fry, bean dip, chips, and some fruit. On short trips, I prefer not to cook. This way I don't have to pack a stove, pans, or water to do dishes. No need for a complicated electrical system and refrigerator on short trips either. I pack it all in my little cooler with some frozen water bottles, and the bottles are full of potable water too, just in case. Okay, we're packed up, fueled up, and psyched up. We're ready to roll. Alright, we made it through that silty area. It looked like a dried out floodplain. Lots of rutted out tracks going every which way, so it was a little tough to know which direction to go in, but I'm pretty sure we're still headed the right way, and we're cruising along a little dried out arroyo now. The trail's gotten a bit rocky now. Easy going, just kind of like cobblestoney, but still slow going for us in our stock pickup truck. Alright, we just came over a little hill and we could see the beach. Pretty sure we're still headed in the right direction. Looks like a nice little section of beach out there. Don't see anybody else, so excited to get out there and get camping. Well, the beach is just on the other side of the sand dunes here, but I parked the car and Lucky and I are going to go check it out on foot before we try to drive down there. Just want to make sure that the path is clear and that we're not driving down a road to nowhere. Places like this, the wind and the water can really move the sand in a hurry. So even if the road was passable yesterday, the last high tide might have cut a big berm off the back of the sand dune, and we don't want to be driving over the top of the sand dune just to find a 6-foot drop off the other side. Well, the path's looking good all the way out to the beach, and we picked out a spot that we're going to try to camp. Sand got a little too hot for Lucky, so she's getting a ride back to the truck. I stuck a few sticks in the sand around the area that we're going to camp, so I would know where I was going as I drove there. This makes it a little easier to carry speed through the soft sand, and know that I had a relatively clear path ahead of me to our destination. I'm being particularly cautious about driving out onto the beach because I'm not familiar with this area, I'm traveling solo, and getting my truck stuck in the sand below the high tide line would be an absolute nightmare. But we made it no problem. I leveled the truck with my go-treads, popped open my rooftop tent, and settled in. Well, we had a nice time camping last night, and it's a super pretty spot. Really cool. You can tell not a lot of people come out here because there's still lots of really cool stuff out on the beach, like starfish and sand dollars and stuff like that. Saw some cool birds, beautiful sunrise, and now we're gonna head down the beach and see if we can't find some better surf. Well, we made it down the beach a couple miles. It started getting a little bit narrow, but I started seeing some tracks from, looked like a lot of quads or ATVs. So I started following the tracks, and now we're up in the sand dunes. It looks like this trail keeps going, so I think we're gonna follow it along. I think it'll link up to a trail that I tried to do about a year ago, but that it had been washed out. But these tracks are definitely from more recent than a year ago. So we're gonna go check it out, see what happens. Well, those trails linked up as I had hoped, and we made it home without incident. We had just enough adventure for a fun and relaxing weekend. I want to say a big thanks to Amaya, Jason, Dolores, Patrick, and David, who supplied the fuel for this trip. If you want to pitch in a gallon of gas for our next adventure, just click right over here. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.